Hey, Doug Upstone here for Doc Sports, and I am back. Today is a Monday, March the 28th, and I am here to talk about the Milwaukee Brewers and the San Francisco Giants. Now, in this game, we're at the home of Milwaukee here in the Phoenix area. So we're taking it all in today. So having a little bit of fun with some baseball, and got a couple of previews for you as well. So I'm trying to give you a little bit of the ballpark feel. Of course, they're doing the starting lineups right now, and people are walking by. But hey, that's all part of the deal when you come to baseball games, right? So we're here once again to have a little fun and give you some information on these two teams. Now, as you know, if you've seen my previous videos so far, you know that last year I was coming off as the #1 handicapper at Doc Sports, and I'm out to try and duplicate that yet again this upcoming season and see what I can do. Last year, 177 and 138, good for a profit of $9,425. And we'll see, like I said, if we can duplicate that, maybe even better it. I've had better years even in the last 6 or 7 years. So we'll see if we can duplicate that again. All right, so you know about that. There's discounted packages you can get on my page, at the Doug Upstone page at Doc Sports, for weekly, monthly, or seasonal packages at discounted prices right now. So check them all out there. All right, so let's get into the preview. Let's first talk about the San Francisco Giants here, okay? So one of the things that we're looking for as far as the Giants is that their predicted win total is 85.5. They're supposed to finish third in the National League West, and they're 7th overall in the National League to win the pennant. Now, last year they had an absolutely magical season to the Giants. They won the NL West with a franchise record 107 victories, which is just flat out remarkable from that standpoint. They needed every single one of them to hold off the Dodgers. In that case, the Dodgers right in their heels, I should say. Now, odds makers though are not fooled by what they accomplished last year, and the reason I say that is because they're down to, like I said, 85.5. So a significant drop on this team. Now, last year was fueled by several players having tremendous seasons that were part of championship teams that won 3 titles in 5 years. Those players, though, were all 30 years old and on the north side of 30 years old in a lot of cases, and had very good years. That doesn't always work every single season. Now, you might get 1 or 2 guys that do it, but basically they had a whole team of them. So I don't think that's going to happen, certainly this year. Now, everything worked out with Gabe Kapler, who was actually a washout manager in Philadelphia. So from that standpoint, though, everything he did, so whatever he did, he learned. He got better. And so from that standpoint, the team had an excellent year using a platoon, and everything he did pretty much was flawless, to be perfectly honest. But we come into this season, though, there's some changes. Buster Posey, he retired. Okay, the same group of players that were 30 plus last year, well, they're a year older this year. And Chris Bryant is now playing in Colorado. So that changes up things as well. So it's just, the offense, I think, will suffer some. They did bring in Jock Peterson. Jock Peterson, though, is not an everyday player, as we all know. We've seen that happen with the Angels from that standpoint, or with the Dodgers from that standpoint. And so from that, I think their offense will probably be a little bit less this year. Pitching staff, the loss of Kevin Gausman is huge. Okay, no question about it. That's a big blow to their. They got it. They brought in, though, some other pitchers that maybe they can resurrect. I mean, Gausman was not exactly a stud when he came to San Francisco, so they figured some things out. And they've added Matthew Boyd and Carlos Martinez to possibly be useful parts. Now, my first inclination, to be perfectly honest, is to pass on the Giants. Okay, their win total of 85.5. But when you look around at all the bad teams there are in the National League, a lot of them either are rebuilding or seemingly don't care much about winning, I think that San Francisco at least has a chance to sneak in and become a team that you could play over on, okay, if you like them, maybe winning 86 or 87 games. All right, now let's talk a little bit about the Milwaukee Brewers, okay, shall we? So let's take a look at the field here yet again. I think the game's just getting ready to start, and I think Logan Webb's pitching against Burns, so we got ourselves a good matchup, certainly for 3 or 4 innings with those two guys going. So yeah, but nice day here, by the way, too. It's about 80 degrees, cloudy, supposed to rain tomorrow. That's why I'm here on a Monday instead of going to a game on Tuesday, okay, from that standpoint. Now the Milwaukee Brewers last year, they won 95 games. and they won their division, but they actually, for the most part, had what many people would consider a disappointing season. Now, how can it be disappointing when you won 95 games? Well, they didn't get the job done in the playoffs. Okay, so so this team and the city has an appetite for winning now because I'm not gonna say they got spoiled certainly, but they've just gotten used to it. So the Craig Counsell's team, they made some changes, but the core aspect of the team remains the same, which is pitching. We got Corbin Burns, Brandon Woodruff, Freddie Peralta, all in there at the top of the rotation. The Brewers organization did entertain the idea of trading Josh Hader, but they didn't do that, which was, I think, a good move because I think they're going I think this is the year they're going all in to get to the World Series and win the National League pennant. So I think they made those decisions, based on that. And so I still like what they have with Hader, obviously one of the top relievers in the game, and the eighth inning guy, Devin Williams, to close thing out. So it's still a very potent team. Now, in terms of the offense, they made some changes. They brought in Andrew McCutchen and Hunter Renfroe. And those two guys last year, you may not remember, they hit 58 combined dingers. So they're trying to get some more juice to the offense, and particularly so with batters on the right-hand side. Because last year, one of the big problems with the Brewers, they were middle of the road in terms of scoring, but they were 28th against left-handed pitching. We saw that was a big problem in the playoffs for sure for that. So I think they did some things there to improve their situation. I think they have some how do I want to say this? I think, like I say, bottom line, they made some changes. I think they're going to be more positive to the offense. And I think that's going to be the biggest thing. Now, going further with this team, I think what you have to look at is, can they win their division? And can they surpass their win total is 88.5. They're supposed to win their division, and they're fourth in terms of the National League. I think they can win their division. Again, they won 95 games last year. I look at the division, the Cubs, Reds, and Pirates, none of them have any intentions of really going out and trying to win a lot of games. That's, so 54 games or 57 games, against teams that aren't really motivated to go out and win a ton of games. So I think they can take care of that from that standpoint. And I like the overall rest of the team, the way things are set up. So I don't have any problem backing the Brewers to go over the 88.5 and to win 90-plus games this season. So there's my report for today from from the Brewers Stadium. I was going to say Allstate, but I know it's not that. It's American Family Stadium. So we'll see what happens. So I'll be back on Wednesday with another report. I'll be seeing the Dodgers in Texas, as I recall on that. So this is Doug Upstone for Doc Sports. Don't forget to take a look at had a great season last year. See if I can duplicate it again this year. Until next time, I'm out.